Hello. It's nice out here. It's dreamy. Very dreamy. So we started this, look. I come out and just sort of do 20 minutes. Have a break, get away from my desk. Just peel off the surface, stick it in that thing. Very windy. And then drive it down here. There's a reason for this. Bear with me. So many things to do. So many things. Some materials have turned up while I'm walking past it. I might as well point the camera at it. This is for this area here, and maybe this weekend we're going to try and put in the flower beds here, which are essentially, gotta stop saying essentially, which are going to be 2 planks high, right the way around in a triangle, another triangle there, and then we put these slabs, 10 along here, and then 20 along there at an angle, coming 45 degrees away from the house, down to here. So that delivery drivers can drive in here, look at all the tyre tracks on the floor. They drive in here, reverse back, drive back down, park here, and walk into the house. And also an extra row of slabs along here means that if they do walk in here, they won't be right up against Kate's window, because she's still in there working at the moment, because she's a very good girl and working way too hard. These have got to come off. I've realised, can you see the difference in widths? See, this is narrow, that's narrow, that's narrow. Hence not just a daylight, because there's no black plastic behind, the plastic finish is there, which is why you can see through it. But it's also a different thickness. So those 3 need to come off. Those 12 over there need to be placed on top of that pallet box thing just there, and then painted. And I say that because it keeps doing my back in, leaning down and painting that stuff on the ground. So those ones are wide enough, and they're the same as all of those. Once those 3 are off, and that one there, that's 4, 12. They're going to be the liner from here, and I need to order another 8 of those. That'll give me 20, and that will let me build up that area there, which may be this weekend if we get a chance. Look, grass is growing, look. So it's been weeded and feeded. Why am I here? Right, over here. I've done this walk so many times. I want you to look at this rubbish. See this stuff? It's riddled with stones. A huge amount of stones. And they're big stones. Oh, that's bigger than my foot, so 14 inch. Anyway. If I was to peel off this stuff here, right the way along, all the way down there, and some of this junk here from the grassy knoll that was here, I've just dug into it. So I've kind of got this collection now of whatever that's called, like a blend of stony stuff. And there's a huge amount of it right the way up, and there's about, let's say, 100 metres of track. And on the side of the track is essentially that. Oh, stop saying essentially. Damn it. It comes out and then brain says, no, don't say that. Right. So this stuff, what I want to do, and some of that, I mean, some of that's dreadful stuff, but I went, there's a local metalworks, and Barry actually brought this up to my house. He's about 70, but he was really helpful. Chucked it in his pickup and bought me up just this single bit of metal. God knows what. I mean, 20 quid it costs for a little bit of metal, but to have it brought to me just seemed crazy. But anyway, he was really keen to find out about the place where we live, because the last time he was here, none of this where I'm stood was here. This house is only 20 years old, so this whole area I'm stood on was the same as that. It was just woods where I am now. So he was quite keen to see what had happened to it. Last time he came here was 1982, we think. And he came into the bottom of the drive, and to where my barn is, there's a cottage there called Rose Cottage, which he told me used to be 1 story, and now it's 2 stories. Whoever used to live there, he did say the name of the person, it's called like Rog or something, and his wife they used to walk across the road, and then they would have a barn, which is my barn, which is there. But they used to like do work on old school mechanics and really old cars. So he's going on about how he split a differential open with his hands, and you know, he's an amazing mechanic. Apparently no longer with us, his wife's no longer with us, and that's when it all changed. And somehow all the land sort of changed purpose. But it's nice to hear a bit of the history from his point of view, because he's so he's in his 70s. What am I saying? His point of view compared to perhaps other people that actually live here. So he's kind of from the local town, whereas people actually live here have a say slightly different view, because more often than not when I talk to people either in my tiny like 6-7 houses here, or people from the slightly bigger bit of the village which is up there, there's no shops or anything, it's tiny, this place. Pretty much everybody has said that they know these woods, that they used to play here as kids. So apart from this guy Barry that knew it from a mechanical point of view, he knew some of the tradespeople. I think he kind of knew whoever works on the quarry. I didn't quite get what he was trying to tell me, but this is a couple hundred years old. Whoever's mined this, or quarried it, sorry. It's quite interesting though to have a little natter. And quite often you think people don't want to speak to me because I'm a invader. But that's never true from my experience. They've been absolutely fantastic and really interested to see what we're doing here and what we want to do as well. So let's go back to this. So I want to make like a griddle. Riddle? Griddle's the thing you cook on, isn't it? A riddle. You know, we've got a tiny one in there. It's like a little tiny round thing. Clearly I need to make it a bit bigger because I've got a lot more material to sort out. So I'm planning on making something along the lines of a wooden base. These two bars here up at 45 degrees. So this mesh will be at 45 degrees. As you can imagine, it's sat on like 45 degrees. So we'll end up with a base, an upright, and then 45 degrees. I was actually thinking of sticking it on those, put it on there, and then use the digger to pick it up and just drop stuff down. But this is actually a bit narrow, this bit. So I figured that if I was to actually make it myself, and I was even toying with the idea of putting it in the trailer, so it would go up here, and imagine 45 degrees from about here, up like that. And I get a digger, dump stuff on it, all of the bigger stones will bounce off, and all of the finer stuff, anything smaller than the 2-inch there, will go through, therefore sieving all of that stuff that I've got building up. Because once we have brought this out and round here and then back in there, we need to fill that with topsoil. So I need a lot more topsoil, and it seems crazy not to go and reclaim it from all the piles we've got. When I build these 2 flower beds, which was relevant, they also need to be filled in. So if I go this high, even roughly this high, 2 areas is going to be a fair amount of topsoil. And there's no point in us buying it because, you know, we've got it. We just need to process it. So finish this, fill this, and that's the plan for this weekend, really. Yeah, and the driving force is that, so this wood behind me here, this 8 foot, is 4x4, 4-inch by 4-inch, 2.4 meters long, which is 8 foot. So let's just take 3 of them, and the plan was always to put 1, 2, 3 in a triangle for strength, so the wind doesn't blow them over. And then I've ordered some stainless steel wires, about 30 meters of it, so I can kind of put a number of strings, let's call it, across there. Me and Kate got difference of opinion. She wants to put 1 post, 2 posts, and then 1 at the back for strength, so a triangle. I want to put 1 post, 2 posts, 3 posts, 1 at the back, and then strap all of them together like that. And the reason is I want a bigger, wider expanse because it's so much space here. I figured that 2 7 or 8 foot posts here, visible, and 1 at the back, will sort of look a bit too much like upright. Where if it was to space them apart, it would be a little bit softer on the eye if they're a bit lower down but wider. We'll see. She'll probably win. Yeah, so we're almost, well, we are ready. We've actually got a driving factor here. And driving factor is this. This is the vine. This is the point. This is why we're doing this. This is the vine is going over there. And unfortunately it's off. Look. So we need to get this thing in quickly. You know, we've got what, a week of really good weather coming now, and it's not going to like it when we suddenly detach it. Look, it's trying. It's just trying to cling on to everything. So we've got to move quite quickly now. So we've got to build this up, take those bits of wood up, as I said, build it out. I was actually thinking that I might put the pieces of wood in and not finish the whole flower bed. So I just put the wood in, fixed them into the ground, into this stuff, which is so hard. Somehow I'm going to have to try and dig my way through this to put those posts in. So I really think maybe I should just do that. Just go ahead and put the posts in, and then we put the flower bed all around the posts, and just sort of for time, really. Look at the gap in between those. Stupid, isn't it? These are narrow anyway. So all the narrow ones down here, as I've said. Right, that's the plan. That's this weekend. Today's Friday. We've got 2 days, so it's the end of Friday. What time is it? It should be about 5 o'clock, I think. I think I've finished. Oh, I can't see my watch. I don't know. It's about 5:30. Kate's got about another half an hour to do, and then we're headed over to the neighbours for the shandy. I could do this, but for back's sake, I've done it. Like, popped out today for about, that's about half an hour's work, like 2 15-20-minute sessions. Yeah, that was enough. It's a pretty boring job, really. But still, gives me a chance to stop and chill out from work for a few minutes. Right, need to drive stuff forwards. Got lots coming together. I've got lots of electrics due to go into the barn. I don't know if I get a chance at the weekend, so maybe in the week, in an evening. I need to sort of flood wire it. We need to get this done now. We need to wrap this up, so then I can fix all the hoses, come on. Fix all the armoured stuff in. This one here needs to be fixed in permanently. I need to extend it around to here. And then from here, we put in the robot lawnmower, goes in there. So I might put a little concrete pad in. We're going to have the concrete out anyway to make a base for this. Well, actually, yeah, to make up the mortar for the Indian stones, which are going to be coming down. So they're currently over there, waiting to go in. We need to fix this bit. We decided the umbrella actually is quite nice over there somewhere, so we might even fix that down permanently. We'll see. Put the robot lawnmower in, fix all the lights up, and then hopefully just finish off that area. So the patio, this will all slide down, and then that's done for now. Yeah, and then we can come back and finish this area that I'm stood on, which has sort of been hanging about, look, waiting for us to do something. So we're starting to think, I don't know if anyone's noticed, but it's getting darker earlier. Sunset here, the sun goes down behind these trees. They're coming down so soon. About 8:30, 8:45. But it's changing. It's no longer 9:30. So starting to think about wrapping all this up. Maybe getting that lean-to built as well with the corrugated stuff down there, which I ran over the other day. I ran over it in Muppet. Right, I'm just waffling away for no purpose. So hopefully this weekend, a bit of progress, get this tidied up, because I don't want to do the bedding in and put in the slabs down. We've paid someone to do all of this, so it seems silly not to pay him just to come back and do this bit. So I'll dig it out. I'll put in the type 1, the MOT type 1. I'll compact it down. I might even bring the sands round as well. And then I will probably create an area where you can work on it here, because I don't want them on the lawn. So an area to work on here. I'll put some sheeting down or something. I might bring the sand over here for him. Or actually what might be a better thing is to make a production area down there, so they can actually walk the cement down through here and place it down there to set these in place. So this needs to be wrapped up. All the grass has got to come out though, so I'll just keep doing that when I get a moment. It's actually quite good therapy, I suppose, from work, so maybe I should just push ahead. They look a bit sad, don't they? What's happened there? Oh dear, never mind. Right, I'm doing loops around the house. There's loads of other stuff to talk about, but it's all really boring. What shall I tell you about? Nah, no, we'll wait. There's so much to do. And I've done a few bits as well in the evening, but it's all inside really. Can't show you that because I'm not allowed to. Kate doesn't like us doing that, which makes sense. Can I give you a sneak peek? No, I better not. I'll be in trouble. Right, if anyone's got any spare plants though, keep saying it, we'll have them. Because as well as planting here and down there, when those trees have gone, which is very soon, we need to go right the way up through there. Oh, that's what I've got to do this weekend, get the chainsaws out, get them all running properly. So I need to go up into the woods while we've got this canopy, I'm sure I've said this before, and choose to take some of the trees out so it lets light come through into the woods. Obviously you can only do that once you've got a canopy up there. So let me get some light in. And did I show you grass seed? Oh, I don't know what I haven't shown anybody. So I've got some grass seed, a massive packet of the stuff, and it's designed to grow in shaded woodland areas. So we made such a terrific, mess. Let's just call it a mess. Down here, felt a bit bad. So look at that. Ta-da! We chucked some grass seed down on it, and amazingly, it's doing its thing. It's actually taking. Look. So this green stuff is all new seed. How cool is that? And Kate's given me the go-ahead, is I'm going to shape whatever we don't filter out now. I'm going to shape it, in quotes, nicely. Not like this, basically. Not like that. So just something a little bit. There you go, that bit there. See that? Yeah, make it a bit nicer. No grass seed right on the top here. I'm chewing into it, but I have thrown it over the edge. So, it's so loose, this stuff. So look, you can see that. I don't know if it's showing. I stood in the way. Grass is growing on the many hills of certain death. This is, effectively sheer here. I chucked it down here. So we're going to go and line some of these borders once they're tidied. I did actually throw some on here. Oh, there you go. Yeah, tidy this up. And wherever I haven't put it yet, I'll put some here. I've flung some though. It's fantastic just to chuck it down and then see it grow. And yeah, it's all growing. Fantastic. And I've used, next to nothing, to be honest, of the grass seed. It's all a bit shit, isn't it? Have you seen my path? This is my quad bike track and footpath. I'm so pleased. I really have no idea if I've shown this to anybody. See how it's all twisty turny? Love it. Not like the super highway we've got going through the woods up there. Whee! So this is my woods. This is what you can do with a little mini digger. I need to come back in here. I haven't been in here for ages. Have I shown anybody in this? Well, Mark and Jack have seen it. Anyway, there's my path. Keeps on going. There's the water down there, look. We have a little river. Probably, 20 foot wide or something, that goes down here. And it joins into a much bigger river that goes around that way. So that's the bottom of the valley, which is about 12 metres beneath my feet, I suppose. And there we go. I must have shared this. That was why I drove the digger down. I drove it off of that ledge there, and then there's a bump there. That was a really stupid thing to do. Anyway, I've not been down there since I drove the digger down it. The digger has not forgiven me. And there goes the path, carries on up and goes across. And then I've got stuck at a tree that's down there. I need to go through that tree, and then I can hook up with this main path that's going up through here. And this is the bit, so this is hardly a path, it's more like a road that goes through the middle of the woods that gets you up into the middle. So that one, I'm planning on filling that one in, and I'm doing a good job. It's all growing back nicely. There you go, it's the start of my path. So next time we get a COVID nonsense thing and we're all locked down, guess where I'll be? That's a chair, and I don't know why. It's a cold car chair thing. Someone said to me there used to be cars in these woods at some point, and I think they may have rusted into nothing and just disappeared into the ground, which we've seen. Oh yeah, Kate found some cobnuts. What's the word? Hazelnuts, essentially. Same thing, aren't they? Oh, I said essentially again. God. Basically, essentially, it's two words I can't stop saying. I hate it. It's like people that say at the end of the day, it's my pet hate. Right. Fun and games. God, it's nice and warm here. I won't go up there. You've seen it all before, I'm sure. So, lots going on. I still want to landscape all of this, but we still don't know what we're doing. Right. Poppy, come and say bye. Say bye. Later, cheers.